Hey, I'm Coach Rob Beckman, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on Sports Like Talk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Keys and queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Shoot.
And KT, keep that beat rolling. SLT Nation. What it do, fam? Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. That's right. This is a premier platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. It is season 4, the year of the Mamba, and KT and I. Although we are halfway through the year, we are still cooking with fish grease, ladies and gentlemen. We burning everything we touch. We are going into communities and we're finding rising superstars, future sensations who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And today, we're going to run it back today, ladies and gentlemen. This is all the Hall of Fame of a former alumni of the show is back with us. He is rocking with us. And you know what he told me before the show? I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. We call this that boot. Yeah! LSU Eunice, make some noise for your newest head coach of the women's basketball program, raising and hailing from Memphis, Tennessee. This man's got over 12 years of experience coaching basketball, and he has been known as a trendsetter, creating winning cultures all across this country, from high school to AAU, and that's right, collegiate basketball. Without further ado, we need all our Bengals to make some noise for one of your very own, the new head coach, Coach Rob Beckman.
I love that intro. I appreciate that. I'm excited to be in Louisiana. And like I said before the show, I need to keep doing good things every year or two. Probably next thing is we need to win a championship, and you can have me back on because we go.
You guys. You coming, coach? You keep doing what you do. It make us actually feel better because quiet behind closed doors. Me and Kevin, we take all the credit for your success. We tell everybody, y'all know Coach Rob Beckman. Yeah, that's us. That's all us. We did that. Hey, but let's get this show cracking. I am your host, LSU Eunice. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana animal. That's right. Put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, the other side of the You Got Next logo, the Quiet Storm. Shh. All facts, no cap. The head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
I was feeling great until you did that whole Louisiana song, because Coach did not do that. Y'all call cap. I'm letting you know that was cap. But B. Jones, I know you love your love for LSU, and now we got another family member that's rocking the LSU. So this episode is not gonna go well for me, B. Jones, but we got our brother back. Let's turn up, man. Let's go.
Coach, I need that purple and gold hoodie. I gotta get that in my life. I gotta get that. Daddy, I gotta get that Eunice gift. Oh my goodness, it's bleeding. It's bleeding all over the screen. Coach, we got a new segment. Now, this is your second time on the show. I hope everybody realized that we had Coach Beckman. Y'all go check out his old episode at Indy because he was doing amazing things over there. That's how he got here, right? He got promoted to this position. But Coach, we got a new segment. It's called The Moment of Truth. That's right, an icebreaker that we're going to do with you, Coach. So the rules are simple, ladies and gentlemen. Coach has prepared 3 unique facts about himself. The only difference is 2 truths and a lie. One of these facts are not the truth at all. Kevin and I will have exactly 60 seconds to work together as a team and see if we can foil Coach Beckman's plans and figure out which one of these facts is not the truth. Coach, we ready when you are. As ready as we gonna get, at least.
All right, let's go. All right, so number one time driving back from coaching, I had a near-death experience. Okay, number 2, the job I just had at Independence, when they were finishing filming Last Chance U, the football version, I'm walking through one of the background scenes. And then number 3, growing up, I played several times against a future NBA player who's a pretty good player.
You know what? I don't like the vagueness of the pretty good player, Kevin.
Yeah, I know.
Me off. But
we know that the second one.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel confident that he was in Last Chance U in the background.
Yeah, I think he said it on the last episode. He mentioned something like that.
But that's the deal, though. Why is coaches always having these near-death experiences out there on the road?
Driving, man. This is crazy.
Y'all got to watch some of these shows. We have heard some of the craziest road trip stories in these vans. You know what, Kevin? I don't think you know what he was so specific on the other ones. I don't think number 3 is the truth, sir. You know what? I'm going with 3. What you feeling right now? What do you take?
You know what? I'm gonna roll with you on 3. You got the last shot, B. Jones. Go ahead and go with it. Let's go.
All right, here we go, Coach. Tell us which one was a lie. We're gonna say number 3 was not the truth. You ain't play against no future NBA.
The lie was actually the second one.
Oh, Kevin, our memory has let us.
He's mentioned something about Last Chance U.
I think we just talked about Last Chance U being on the campus, man, and how cool that was. I don't know if he ever said he was on the show, but I felt like that was very specific. Kevin, I don't fault you for that one. I take ownership of that L. I should have saw it, Coach. I should have saw it. Now, who was the NBA player that you played against before I pull your credentials?
Yeah, no. So growing up, I used to go to Nolan Richardson Razorback basketball camp.
Yeah,
and I think I'm like 2 years younger than
Michael
Conley.
Corliss?
He used to go every year. Michael Conley was in my division.
Okay.
Oh, Michael Conley. Oh, my goodness.
And I remember like I was probably like 12 and he was probably like 14. And he used to always play with like the oldest kids, like the 18-year-olds, and he would just kill everybody. And I had to play against him a few times. And basically what I learned, the final time I played him, I'm like, at the time, he wasn't as tall as he ended up being. Like, I mean, he's not super tall, but like he's like 6'1". I think I'm 6'1" now. But back then, he hadn't really hit his growth spurt, so I just like face guarded him straight up and just wouldn't like once he got the ball out of his hands, never got it back. So that was the way you had to play him.
Coach played against Mike Conley Jr. All right, Coach. Well, let's get this thing started. Let's take him on a road trip, Coach. We're about to tell him your crazy story and have some fun while doing it. But we got to do it in a safe and practical manner. That's right. Take that right hand, Coach Beckman. Come on, lift it up. Lift it up. Reach over your left shoulder. Grab that seatbelt, Coach, and buckle up. Click, clack. Let's go to work. We got to pay the bills, LSU units. We need y'all to help us to take this mission, to take these stories, these voices from women's basketball. We need this show to go to a whole nother level. You are single-handedly responsible for helping us to grow this platform by doing 4 things. That's right, 4 things that are free. Won't cost you a penny. Number 1, stay to the end of this video. Number 2, hit that like button. I'm talking about hit that like button with some passion. We need this show to bubble all the way up to the top. I'm talking about Number 3, any good coach will tell you that you got to have some people on your team that can share the rock. That's right. You got to share with your colleagues, your teammates. Hit the share button and let's throw this thing out like we're trying to throw the pass to our teammates in life. And then last but not least, I'm from Louisiana. Come on, I need y'all to smash that subscribe button. Become a part of the SLT family. Kevin and I, we're working hard. We got over 650 episodes, 2 of them with Coach Beckman. So we need y'all to hit that subscribe button and become a part of our family. We promise y'all we're going to be the hardest working podcast in show business. Coach Beckman, is your people going to rock with us? Is Bengals going to rock with us? Are they going to show us some love with this thing? Are we
Absolutely. No question about it.
All right, y'all see the man with the $1 million smile? Let's do it like we true to it on the count of 1, 2, 3. Boo! I'm from Louisiana. Smash that subscribe button. That's what's up. Let's get this thing popping. Kevin, I'm going to say it about 6 more times.
I already know.
Get used to it, brother. Hey, well, check this out. If you did any of those 4 things, or if you smashed that subscribe, especially if you smashed the subscribe button, we want you to show us some love and throw an emoji down in the chat just to let us know you was out there rocking with us today. And Coach Beckman, you are the guest of honor. You tell us, what is your favorite emoji? What emoji are we using today for the call out, for the shout out?
For today, why don't we, because it kind of looks like a Bengal, why don't we do that tiger emoji?
Oh, that's too dope. That's too dope. I love that that one. I love that one. All right, so y'all throw the Bengal Tiger emoji in the chat if you did any of those things. Kevin and I, we don't do fans. We don't do followers. We only do family around Sports Life Talk. And if you did any of those things, we consider you family. What we going to tell them, KT? What are we going to tell them if they throw that Bengal emoji in the chat?
If they throw the Bengal in the chat, we're going to tell them thank you.
Oh, that's some beautiful words. Oh, my goodness. And it comes from here, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate y'all so much, for real. We can't do it without y'all. Coach Beckman, this time you've been here before. But wait, last time you swam in the kiddie pool. This time we take you to deep waters, Coach. We take you to deep waters. Welcome to the Sports Life Talks Initiation.
Let's do it.
All right, Coach. To initiate you into the SLT family again, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Whew, okay. Trying to think if I can do some artists I didn't do last time. All right, let me go. I'm gonna go the Pixies, which is a grunge group from like the early '90s. I'm gonna go the Killers. I'm gonna stick with my number 1 from last time. I'm gonna stick with Kanye. Let's go with Getter. Go with the 3-6 Mafia.
The Killers and 3-6 Mafia in the same list, Kevin. I've only heard of the group.
And the Pixies.
I don't know about the Pixies. I don't know about Getter. So, Kevin, good luck with this one. He ranks every top 5. I'm just like y'all. I can't wait to see what he gives this one. Kevin, what are you ranking it?
I know this last time there was a lot of rap in there, B. Jones. I don't know why you're trying to be different. You know, when people start moving up, B. Jones, they change. He changed on us. All right, Coach. What we like to do, we like to rank everybody's top 5. The highest.
He acting new, Kevin. He acting new.
I was talking to my assistant recently. I was saying, like, I have just such an interesting, probably upbringing, because it was like I grew up in Memphis, but then I lived in Florida, then I've been in Kansas, and now I'm going to Louisiana. So, like, I don't know if too many people have the same background as me. I have a very, like, eclectic, unique upbringing, really.
Hey, from Memphis to Florida to Kansas, Louisiana, you've been hard as concrete. You've been molded. You've been forged by fire.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, B, we're going to give him 20. Let's give him 20 for that top 5.
20. All right, I like 20.
He changed, B, yo. He changed. All right, Coach, so who's your favorite superhero and why?
Growing up, it had to be Batman. Just, I was a big, like, Tim Burton Batman guy. Kind of like that dark Batman that's, like, a little edgy. So, yeah, it's that specific Batman.
Give him 2 more, B. Jones. You know I got to give him 2 more for the Batman.
I knew you was going to sell out. I knew you was going to sell out.
All right, Coach. So we asked the superhero question because we see coaches as superheroes. And, you know, Batman has his own theme music. So what we've been doing recently, we got a playlist that we're going to put on Spotify, iTunes, where we're going to take the coaches' theme songs and, you know, make a playlist. So we need for you to give us your theme music.
Let's go Waves by Kanye West.
Okay, so now he came back, B. Jones. He came back.
How that one go, Coach? How Waves by Kanye go?
You want to sing it?
You may have to.
Oh, God, you're putting me on the spot. I don't know if I can do that. I don't want to embarrass myself too badly.
We always try. You really don't have to, Coach, but we always.
I tried, KT. Your players would have loved it, though, Coach.
I know.
They
need to do something to earn it. We need to get a big win, and then I'll sing in front of
it. There it is. There it is.
We got to be there to record it, though.
Okay. I can do that. I'll put it on social media. I'm a big social media guy, so I'll embarrass myself if we do something good enough.
All right, so what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
You know, it kind of goes back to, like I said, I'm from a bunch of different places. I think basketball, I was talking to a guy about this, like a buddy of mine, like basketball just connects so many people. So it doesn't matter where you're from, what your religion is, what color your skin is. Like, you just get used to talking to all kinds of people from all kinds of backgrounds and relating to them. And just, I don't know, I think, like, if you're going to stick in this, like, and I used to be a teacher too. So it's like, be a coach, be a teacher, any type of mentor. You got to really be, like, interested in people and really, I don't know. Like, when I look at talking about social media is, like, so divisive so often. It's like people so quickly are like, I'm on this side, and just fight. Whereas coaching is like, no, like, you got to come from a place of, like, let me understand you. Like, let me try to put myself in your shoes. So that's probably the most valuable thing it's taught me.
All right, so B and I, we're going to produce a movie that's centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is a lead actor. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
I think I want to go with The Rock. I'm not quite as jacked as him. I can tell you a quick funny story. So when I first was at Independence, we did a preseason game at a school in Oklahoma. And this is kind of a crazy story, but the game ended. And one of my girls, who was kind of crazy, there was a guys player just hanging out watching. And I went in the locker room and came back out, and they were like screaming at each other, like, you know, like about to fight each other. My girl's like 5'8", and this is a college basketball player guy. He's like 6'9". He's like a foot taller than her. But they're just like yelling, screaming. So I grabbed my girl, pull her away. And again, this is it's such a JUCO story because like you think the kid, the guy would be like, oh, my bad, like I got out of hand. Then he starts yelling at me, and I have nothing to do with the whole thing. But like he was trying to insult me, and he's like, you look like The Rock. You look like Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I was laughing because I'm like, are you trying to insult me? Because like those are my heroes growing up. So like you're giving me a lot of compliments. I don't know if you mean to, but yeah.
Wait a minute. No, did y'all have to do your thing? Did you have to? We don't dance no more. All we do is did you have to? Hey, did you have to show us Stone Cold? Give them the 1-2.
Nah, I didn't really want to fight an 18-year-old or 19-year-old kid, but I just kind of laughed. So it's like, okay, I mean, I'm cool with everything you're saying. I know you're trying to hurt my feelings, but it's all good.
What an idiot, right? You look so stupid right now. Hey, a quick question though, Coach. Have you ever heard of Vince? I think it's Vince Del Fornio or Tafornio or something like that. Kevin, you know who I'm talking about? He plays the bad guy on Daredevil. He plays Kingpin and all this. So he got a little bit bigger now, but
yeah, one of the coldest actors out there.
Super cold, but if we could have got the younger version of him, he would have played Coach Beckman to a T.
Oh, I was gonna just give him Vin Diesel, and we're gonna call it a day.
Hey, Vin Diesel! Oh my goodness, we probably can afford Vin more than we can afford Rock. So,
oh yeah, no doubt. All right, so this is probably the most important question that we asked during our initiation. B. Jones and I, we love to travel. When we travel, we gotta eat. So we come down there to kick with y'all. What's that one food spot we going to? What's your go-to meal there?
Yeah, so the last few years I've been in Independence, I would drive down to Tulsa all the time. And my favorite spot down there is a place called Kilkenny's. It's like an old Irish pub, but they have like all kinds of good food there. So that's where we'll be going. We go to Kilkenny's in Tulsa.
Is that like off of South Park, or is that real like Kilkenny's, or is that being funny like they just kill Kenny?
Yeah, no, that's funny you say that because that did cross my mind. But I think Kilkenny's is actually like an old Irish last name. Actually.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Yeah, my bad. Irish last name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. I thought the same thing. I was like, this does kind of sound like South Park, but yeah.
You killed Kenny. That used to be so silly. I think it was one episode he didn't die. It was one they didn't kill him.
Yeah, I remember when that show came out. That was like the hottest thing back in like the late 90s.
Yeah, I was into the movie to that show until I went to the movie theater and watched it. And yeah. All right. So as we transition to the next segment to learn more about Coach Beckman, we need for you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Coach gave us his top 5 music artists, but leave us yours in the comments and check out all of our family members from our You Got Next podcast on our website, sltyougotnext.com. Coach survived the initiation. So let's find out more about our play cousin.
I feel like I've done this before for some odd reason. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, Coach. Welcome back to the show, man. You are super dope. We just want to tell you first and foremost, we're proud of you, man. I don't think Kevin and I realize how many interesting people. I think everything sounded good when we sat down and talked about what we wanted the vision for the show to look like and where we wanted to go with this, but you never realize who you're going to cross paths and how they would impact your life, how you would impact their lives. And it's one of the funnest things that we've ever experienced of seeing you guys leave our show, leave our platform after telling your story and then doing something amazing in real life, whether it's somebody hitting the game-winning buzzer, whether it's a kid committing, coaches getting promotions. It's so many amazing stories that come from this platform. And to have you back just kind of makes me feel all warm and fuzzy because it's evidence. It's evidence that we're doing the right thing. and that we talking to the right people, Coach. So I just want to first and foremost tell you congratulations, and thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Coach, for all of that success.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I had a ton of fun the first time on, and yeah, I wasn't even the head coach in Independence yet. So
I know.
Still an assistant, and I've gone back and watched that episode like once or twice. It's a nice little time capsule too to go back and be like, oh, that's where I was at that time in my life. So no, I appreciate y'all.
No, but I can tell you some things and changed, and I don't know if it's that confidence that came with the head coaching position at Indy, but you went on a tear. We've been following you for these last 3 years, Coach, and you went gangbusters up there at Indianapolis, but Indy, Kansas. But there's some people that haven't heard your story, so let's take them back. Let's do it proper, like, Coach. You know what we got to do. Every superhero has their story. So tell us, when did you fall in love with the game of basketball, Coach Beckman?
I really fell in love with it as a kid. It's actually kind of connects to Louisiana. My parents had me really young, so like my whole family kind of raised me. And I would say both my actual dad and my uncle, who's kind of like my dad, and he's the one that lives in the New Orleans area. They got me really into Arkansas basketball because that's where, they were from. So I was a big Nolan Richardson Razorback fan. And when I was a little kid, they won the national championship in '94 with Big Nasty, Corliss Williamson, and Scotty Thurman.
Yeah.
So, and then, like I said, I went to Razorback basketball camp as a young kid with Nolan Richardson. So that's really what started the whole thing.
What was it? Lee McDaniels was on that team. They had some dogs.
Yeah. Before that, they had Lee Mayberry and Todd Day.
Lee Mayberry and Todd Day. Boy, Nolan Richardson gave it to us, didn't he? Oh my goodness. I didn't blame. I was a Razorback fan too back then, quite as good, because I was anti-Duke. So everybody was anti-Duke except Duke, you know what I'm saying? All right. So, Coach, you got the opportunity to follow that dream, though. Tell us a little bit about how hard. I guess it wasn't hard at all to make that decision to go play at University of Arkansas, but tell us a little bit about that experience.
Yeah, so I didn't play at the University of Arkansas. I went there. So I was like, I like to think of myself, I'm the stereotypical guy that was like a very average player, but hopefully a much better coach. So I played all the way through high school, and then if I was going to play, I would have had to go like D3 or something. And I just, at that point, I was like, okay, I'm never going to play for the Razorbacks, which was my dream. And I'm never going to, basically, like, I'm 6'1", and I play like a stretch 4. So it's like, I'm not tall enough to play the way I play at a high level. I could like shoot threes and rebound, basically.
But Coach, it's a story behind that, though, Coach. It's a story behind that because, you look at the Eric Spoelstras, right? Individuals who may not have played at the highest level, but have an extremely high basketball acumen and have a big heart. That's kind of how you came about getting into this coaching thing, huh? Because it sounds like if you were following Coach Richardson, Nolan, and them, and what they were doing, then I know you love basketball, and your coaching style is going to be very unique and tailor-made to that.
Yeah, I think honestly it helped me because like the typical thing is you go play high-level college basketball, then you just slide into like a grad assistant position. But I did it like a very different way. So I went to the University of Arkansas and became a sports journalist. So I was actually in the locker rooms interviewing these coaches, interviewing these players. I was around Patrick Beverly when he was at Arkansas, Ronnie Brewer Jr. Those were all kind of like around the time I was there. And then I have siblings who are about 10 years younger than me. So I was doing the sports journalism stuff and also coaching them as young kids, which again, totally different than being like a GA at a college with these big talented guys or girls. I'm coaching these little children, like the most basic of fundamentals. So it really made me like learn how to be a teacher. And again, like, you're coaching a talented 19-year-old. It's a lot different than coaching a 5-year-old, literally like how to play like out the game when they know nothing. So I think honestly that helped me. It gave me a whole different perspective than most coaches have.
What's a skill or something that you would teach a 5-year-old that you would just so happen to teach your young ladies at LSU units? What's something that the most basic fundamental skill that you got to have at all levels and it's still relevant?
This sounds so obvious, but like I remember with those little kids, like I said, I have 2 brothers and a sister. It was like literally like just like step by step, like what is the game going to look like? And honestly, even at the higher levels, like, again, you need to like teach some of that fundamental stuff. Like, this is our style. This is how we do it. But with those real little kids, we would do 5-on-5 and I would be on one of the teams, not playing hard, but just kind of like directing the game and keeping it flowing. Like, this is what a basketball game looks like. This is how we play at our pace. This is how we set up our plays and like our defense. And I remember this was going up a few years, but when my sister was in 8th grade, I coached her team. And this is when that was actually the team that made me realize I want to do this for a profession, was my sister's middle school 8th grade team. And I remember the first game of the season, my sister was pretty tall for a girl, so she was doing the tip. And she was walking up, and she heard one of the players on the other team say to one of her teammates, "Where do I stand to start the game?" And my sister told me afterwards, she's like, "I knew they were in trouble." And we won that game like literally like 60-2. So we beat them by like 58 or whatever. And like, but again, it was like my team was like, no, like we know what a game looks like, how we do our style. And the other team, again, they're however old they were at the time, 13. They're like, what is this supposed to look like? So we just, run through them. But anyway, yeah, you got to get them to just know, like, this is what the game's going to look like. This is how it's going to flow, all that stuff.
Now, we got everybody caught up now, Coach. Let's jump into the fun stuff. So after the show, you got promoted. What did you do to get yourself promoted? What'd you go off and do, Coach? How you get promoted at Indy? And then how did you get that team to change that culture? And y'all became really successful in that program for the 3-4 years you had at the helm.
Yeah, so I got hired by Jim Turgeon, who's a really great coach, and I think like the best coaching partnerships, like each coach brings, their own kind of strengths to it. So, but anyway, like together, we won the first region championship here in 25 years. We won the conference championship the next year, and then so basically off of that success, Coach Turgeon got a D1 assistant job, so he moved on. And I think just based off our success, this is the advice I would give to probably anybody in any profession. But like as the assistant, I'm like, I'm going to work my butt off. So like if he ever leaves, which I think he will eventually if we have success, that when they look around, like who should we hire? It's like, well, no doubt, just promote Coach Beckman because we know how valuable he is. So I tried to just prove myself over those years. So when the time came they still made me interview and everything, but I think I was the front runner from the jump, and I ended up getting the job. And yeah, we had another really good year this past year, beat one of the top 10 teams in the country, had multiple ranked wins, did some more good stuff.
The King Slayer. We got the King Slayer. Coach Beckman is the King Slayer, knocking off top 10 programs. But Coach, you got a phone call. And they said, we got a fresh bowl of gumbo down here for you. Out here in LSU, in Eunice, Louisiana. We got some boudin for you, Coach. Some jambalaya.
I'm ready.
Hey, what made you leave a program that you had passion? I mean, shout out to Indy because, Coach, you loved them. We knew you loved them. We can feel the love. Like, we know that it had to be something that drew you away from that program to start all over fresh and to bring your talents to LSU Eunice. What was that decision-making process like, and what all went into making this decision?
Yeah, no, I loved Independence. Again, I was a big Last Chance U fan before I ever went there. And it was, again, we did great things there. Sent tons of kids, D1, D2, won championships. But yeah, it came down to three things. One is my family. I have family that's lived in Louisiana since '96 in both the Shreveport and New Orleans area. So I get to be real close to them. They get to come to my games now, which that's just exciting to me that they get to see hopefully a lot of my success in person. The LSU name, like I have on my shirt right now. I mean, to me, to be able to have LSU across the chest and represent that and all the kind of tradition and history being under that umbrella was really special to me. And then the final thing is just some of the resources scholarship-wise. Just LSU has pretty good scholarships. And to me, ultimately, it's all about the players. As a coach, I try to serve the players, get them at the JUCO level. They come to me, and we're all chasing dreams together. So if they want to play D1 or at a really good D2 or wherever they want to go, some of them want to be pros someday. I want to be able to go get the very best players and have the resources to do that. And again, chase those dreams. And Louisiana has a pretty deep in-state talent pool as well. So all of that together just made it too good to pass up.
I'm from Louisiana. All right, Coach. So what's mission one? What's the first objective? You got the call. Yeah, all the boxes. We got the U-Haul pulled up, right? Everything in the house. So we loaded up. You walk into this office, you got this big white chalkboard, you got to put a roster together, you got to put a coaching staff together. I saw that you've already been making some moves, assembling this special team of yours. What's the first goal, Coach? What do we got to do to get this thing cracking?
Yeah, no, we have, I think, a really good class of players. They're going to be young, so a little bit raw, and I have a full coaching staff already set to go too. So it's going to be, I think, a lot of development. We have probably like 90 to 95% of our rosters from Louisiana, and most of them though are all straight out of high school. So it's going to be, I think, just kind of teaching them the college grind. I was watching an interview with the coach literally like 2 days ago, and he was talking about when Nick Saban took over at Alabama, how that first year, like he had gone to observe some of their practices, that the players could barely walk off the field because they just weren't used to like practicing that hard. And even like they would even practice that way right up to like game day. Like on Thursday, they would practice that hard before a Saturday game. And Nick Saban was like, I don't care. We're establishing the culture, and it is what it is. And I think we need to have some of that of like teaching them like this is what college basketball is about. We're going to go hard. The expectations rise. Even though you were 1,000 point or 2,000 point scorer in high school, we're leveling up now. And if you want to be a really good D1 or D2 player someday, we got to start thinking a little different. So just establishing that identity is goal number one.
They all dogs though. They from if you got a 90 to 95% Louisiana ratio, all y'all dogs, all y'all. I love. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. This is what you need to do, coach. This is what you need to do. Y'all get in the van. Y'all load up the van. Leave practice one day, like right before y'all about to play a couple of days in advance. Take them down to the banks and get some of that clay dirt. Have each one of them get a pinch of that clay dirt and eat it. It's gonna amplify their mutant powers. I'm just telling you right there, coach. They go all.
I have to remember that. I didn't know that.
That clay dirt is different in Louisiana. All of them know. They know it's minerals and special sediment in that dirt. The kids is from Louisiana. They're gonna be like, yeah, coach, that clay dirt is different out here.
Yeah, but you trying to get Coach fired this first year, BJ.
They all got that E. coli. They can't play. We was gonna play Friday, but all the players sick, messing with Mouth of the South B. Jones. Coach, so you got this culture. What are you telling all the kids as you talk to them about what your expectation? How are you communicating to this new fan base, to this new this new population of kids about who you are and what you want to get accomplished at this program?
Yeah, I mean, I met with most of the team when I got hired. Not everyone was able to make it, but basically the parents there, families there. I'm a big like honesty guy, like super transparency. Like, again, some coaches like to keep that stuff secret and like hold stuff back. I'm just like, this is the truth, 100%. And kind of what I said was like, look, we're like, once you cross over from high school to college, you're now in like the business of basketball, meaning like you got to produce. And that's everybody, including me. So like no exception for me. Like I said, if I come in here my first year and we lose every game and I act like an idiot, they'll probably fire me. I'll be here 1 year. So I'm not special, but same for y'all. Y'all got to show up in shape, be ready to grind. And that's not just basketball, but, be on point with your grades. We're going to do community service. I really want to go out to some of these, especially smaller Louisiana towns and run camps and, be involved where we show love to the state. So that's kind of what I've been telling them is like, look, I want y'all to be successful. Nothing makes me prouder than shouting out, because I've coached men and women, shouting out my guys and girls that have gone on to play at high levels. But again, like in order for you to get there, you got to meet me halfway. So I'm going to push you, but you got to be ready to take on that responsibility.
All right, Coach, 2 last questions, and they're going to be super quick. You got to tell us quickly, how did you almost die on this road trip? It's been bothering me the whole show. I'm just going to be honest with you. How did you die on this road trip, Coach? Or how'd you almost die?
I'm glad you asked that question. So luckily I wasn't with my team. It was this was back when I was coaching a men's JUCO team in Florida, which also a lot of good players. One guy actually got to the NBA off that team. Another guy at St. Peter's, that's the year St. Peter's beat all those good teams like Kentucky. But anyway, practice with them, was dry. So that's in Bradenton, Florida. My mom lives in Tampa. She still lives there. Driving up to Tampa to have dinner with my mom and my sister. And so on that interstate, on 75, so driving up, I'm in the fast lane, and it had rained earlier that afternoon. So the road was a little bit slick. On the other side of the road, they had stopped. There had been like a wreck or something. And it's the classic thing where it's like, there's a wreck on the whole other side, but on your side, all of a sudden people start slowing down for like no reason, just because they want to like look over. Right. So I'm in the fast lane. I literally glanced over and saw that there was like a wreck. And I just literally just like look over and look back in front of me. I see them starting to stop. So I start to not hit, but like tap my brakes just a little bit. And my car, I have a Mustang. I still have this car too. It starts fishtailing. Okay. And again, the car, like they're stopped in front of me. So I'm like, I'm fishtailing and my car's, not slowing down a whole lot. So I like tap it a little more. And then I press down a little more. My car literally does a 360 across 3 lanes of traffic. I hit somebody, and I go up into a ditch, like down a ditch. I remember just like that second of doing a 360 of like being just aware for like that split second, like I might die right now. And then,
I was about to ask you. Yeah.
So someone asked me, like, did your whole life flash before your eyes? Not really, but there was a second of like, this might be the end, like right now. Then I hit somebody, and then I'm like, I don't know what happened with that. And then I'm in the ditch. So literally I'm in the ditch and I'm looking at like my own body and I'm like, I lived, like I'm okay. And I'm not severely injured either. And then I'm like, I wonder about the damage to my car. So I get out and I look, and the front right of it's banged up, but not terrible. So I'm like, okay. And then the last part is like, I'm okay. My car's okay. I hope I didn't hurt anybody else or create serious damage to their car. And this part's kind of funny. So I go up, walk up the ditch, and they're parked on the side of the road. And it's a big work truck. None of them except one person speaks any English. And the one guy who does speak English, I'm like, are y'all all right? And he's like, yeah. He goes, let me call my boss real quick. He calls his boss, and the boss is like, just get out of there. So he's like, we're good. Jump in and leave. So,
damn, you got blessed. I'm talking about you got like blessed twice.
I know, yeah, like 3 times I think, because I'm okay. My car's not too bad, and then they didn't or anything, and they weren't hurt. So.
Wow, that's 4 blessings. Bang. Note to self, don't buy Mustangs. Coach, so have you already had some of the Louisiana cuisine? This is the last question. I promise you, Coach, we're going to get y'all out of here. Have you
yeah, like I said, my aunt and uncle live in New Orleans. So before
you were familiar with it.
I've visited so many times. I'm like a huge jambalaya guy. That's my favorite. But yeah. We coming to Eunice. Yeah, get a spot for us, Coach. We coming down. You ready? You ready to go back to the championship rounds, Coach? You know what time it is. Coach Rob Beckman, welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show with KT and I. We're going to go play a little one-on-one. You are now officially calling all the shots. You've been here before all the new people that's rocking with us in the show. This is our version of Would You Rather. We'll go 3 rounds in true championship round fashion. In each round, Kevin and I will give Coach a very complex option. Whichever option the coach selects, that host will win that round. The first host to win 2 rounds will win this episode. Let's go, KT. Kick it off, baby, playboy.
Would you rather coach a player that you recruited, that no one gave them a chance? They end up making it to the Basketball Hall of Fame, and in their speech tells you they wouldn't be there without the love and guidance of Coach Beckman, or...
Boy, it's time, Coach. You got to call LSU. Eunice is about to go on a crazy run. Y'all about to make history. We talking about multiple championship appearances. We talking about deep tournament runs. You sending girls to the next level left and right. Y'all are doing big things, but more importantly, people are scared to death to play LSU Eunice. They don't even want to call you, Coach, because they know that they got to bring a different level of intensity and play you guys. But when you leave this program, whenever you decide to leave, you'll retire or leave that program the most winningest coach in LSU Eunice Bengal history.
Gosh, that's so tough. Y'all always give me the toughest ones. They both sound so good. I'm going to go with the first one just because ultimately it is all about the players to me. So anytime a player tells me like, Coach, I don't think I could have done this without you, there's like probably nothing that like touches my heart more than that. So they're both amazing options though.
Okay. I feel you, Coach. I like that. I like that choice. Yeah, that was the wrong answer. All right, go KT. Let's go, man. I can already tell he on something.
All right, Coach. So you said you like jambalaya, right?
Yeah.
So it's jambalaya and basketball. I'm going to give you your own food show where you can travel the world interviewing some of the top coaches in the world. You can go have jambalaya with Don Staley. You can sit down with Kim Mulkey, Spoelstra, Coach Pop, all the coaches in the world, getting to know more about them and bringing some of their knowledge to your program. Or
guess what, Coach? They trust the mouth of the South so much that Netflix gave me a call and they said we want to have another season of Last Chance U. This time we coming to LSU Eunice, Coach. The camera crew go pull up and we are doing it all 10 episodes, 1 season. on LSU Unis's women's basketball program. We're going to show y'all in the preseason, the team meetings, the huddles, the locker room, the bus rides, the plane rides, the classroom. We're going to show it all, Coach, exposing this program inside out, brick by brick, play by play, practice by practice, and show everybody the story of the 2024, 2025 team.
You actually just hit on like my dream thing, which is that to have Last Chance U come film. Let me go on a real quick mini rant about that. And my uncle always says, don't say anything controversial at all, but this is maybe slightly. Since I've been involved with the Last Chance U school, I've had so many schools, like when they are interested in like interviewing me for jobs or just even like other people in the profession, I've had like, I don't know, 5 people do this where either ADs or other coaches be like, oh, Last Chance U asked us to come to our school. And we said no because like, we don't want that on our campus. And I'm like, you don't want exposure for all your kids? Like you don't want to like elevate your school? And again, like think of how many coaches, assistant coaches, players like benefited from that. How many people inspired to go JUCO or to not give up on their dreams. Maybe if they didn't go D1. I've had so many people talk trash about like Last Chance U, and I think that's just so short-sighted. And I don't know. It reminds me of people that were like, "Well, I could have been in the NBA, but I don't know. I didn't really want to." Like, really? Like, okay.
What you're trying to say is Last Chance U didn't select you, right? Is that what they're trying to say, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, they claim. Yeah, I don't know. It's like being like a real beautiful girl. Like, yeah, she wanted to be with me, but I didn't want her. Like, okay,
yeah. All right, Coach, for the final round. You know what time it is. Kevin and I are super sneakerheads. We love our sneakers. Y'all, matter of fact, if you're a sneakerhead, come hang out with us. 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, Wednesday nights. We got a show. I do a little segment. We talk some sneakers. But y'all, we would love to have y'all to be a part of this show. But Coach, before the show, we selected a pair of sneakers out of our collection that we thought that you would like the most. You know what to do, Coach. On the count of 3, say, hold that sneaker. Whichever shoe you select, that host will win this game and ultimately be crowned the champion of this episode. All right, Coach, you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Hold that sneaker.
I'm doing something different today, though, Coach. I'm doing something different. I got a whole pair, Coach. This is Louisiana episode.
Those are both pretty nice. I'm gonna go with the. Sorry, I'm gonna go with the one on the right.
Wait, the one on the right. Hold on, the KT one or
that's
mine?
Yours. No, that's yours.
Yeah, you go with that. You go with that. Oh my goodness! Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh, that feels so good. I'm at home. These my people, Coach. These my people. You know how much it means to witness right now in front of my folks from the boot. We get it out the mud in Louisiana, baby.
Special times are coming in Louisiana.
Y'all also eat dirt, B. Jones. You told us y'all eat dirt, so I don't.
Hey, that's why we beat Florida every year. All right, so with that being said, Coach, we got to end this thing on a very positive tip. I want everybody to make sure y'all are following Coach at Coach_Beckman on Twitter. I think you got an IG as well, Coach. I should have put your IG up on the screen, but y'all make sure
it's all the same. It's all at Coach_Beckman.
Y'all make sure y'all rock it with Coach, but we want to leave them inspired. We want to leave them kind of thirsty, wanting more, Coach. We want to follow you and see what's cracking with you. So tell us, Coach, the title is You Got Next. What's up next for you? What are you most excited about in your future or your career?
I mean, just this new opportunity. I'm moving into to Eunice next Tuesday, so I'm about to, like you said, the U-Haul. I literally just got my U-Haul. I'm packing it up right now. And just, yeah, I was thinking about just how special and lucky it is to be a coach, especially as a head coach, be able to like take over a new program, just like the freshness of like a new team, new opportunity, be able to, create a new culture. And LSU Eunice has like a history of being pretty good, but there's a couple things that haven't been done. They've never won the region, and that region is Louisiana and Mississippi combined. So Eunice has been at the top of Louisiana, but they've never overcome some of those Mississippi schools. So like I have my target on them right now. And I don't know, I'm excited to do it with Louisiana kids. Like I said, my family's been in Louisiana for 20 years almost at this point. So I don't know. There's just something special about the LSU brand and name, and I want to recruit a lot of Louisiana kids and go do something that's never been done with them to win the region and then make a run at the national championship.
I love it, Coach. I love it.
Yeah, I loved it up until round 3. All right, Coach, so do you have any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. I mean, just all the players and coaches that have been involved with me from, like I said, I had a really untraditional kind of upbringing through coaching. So, like, I coached little kids. I coached middle school. I coached high school. Like, things with, like, no resources. Like, when I first started coaching high school, walking in the gym, like, the basketballs, they were, like, outdoor basketballs where, like, the material was, like, falling off the balls. Like, when you go to shoot it, it'd be, like, getting in your eye. You couldn't see. So all the people that like stuck with me and supported me, a lot of those were like volunteer coaches or kids who, some of my kids who were pretty good players that I got eventually, you know, when you're at those smaller places, they start getting pulled away. Like, why don't you transfer to us over here? You know, that really didn't happen a whole lot. A lot of those, you know, like I said, kids stuck with me because they like being coached by me. So yeah, like I said, there's too many to name individually, but I've had a lot of good assistants and players that have been, you know, involved with me who, I don't know, they're the reason I keep going to get that next round of people like that on my side.
All right, so this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call up the person that you think should have next. Tell me, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT, told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
I think I called out this person last time. I don't know if you ever got him or if he said no, but the dude who I was with at State College of Florida coaching men, his name's Tom Parks. He's now the head coach at Casper, which is another really good JUCO. Their men's and women's team are good, but he coaches men. He's also had a very kind of like interesting kind of upbringing through basketball and coaching. He's a very upbeat, positive, gregarious, high energy type guy. So I think he would do great on this show if you could get him.
You know, Coach Parks, you know what I'm saying? He ain't show us no love. No, I'm just messing with you, Coach Parks. We all know, we can't remember what happened, but we grown now, Coach Parks, so it's time. Let the world know that you are up next. You are officially on the clock, Coach Parks. We're going to be reaching out to you super soon. We got to get you on the show so we can learn more about you. You know what, Kevin? It's the first time I never seen somebody get the same recommendation twice, so he ain't got no excuse. He ain't got no excuse. You got to come on, Coach Parks. You don't get no other choice. We're going to be looking forward to meeting you, sir. But with that being said, Coach Rob Beckman, the new head coach at LSU Eunice, you got next. You are the truth, Coach. We love you, man. We can't tell you how much we appreciate you. Keep working hard. You are a giant, Coach. You are a titan. You are doing amazing things. You blazing a trail that's never seen before. You are forging so many young ladies out of that crucible, out of that fire. We can't tell you how dope you are, Coach. You are extraordinary. You are elite. You deserve a yeet. Before we get out of here, Coach, some of these kids have never seen you before. Watching this show might be the first time some of these kids in Louisiana ever get the opportunity to see you. Even some of your players that you're about to meet in the next couple of weeks. What do you want to say to them, Coach? I'll get 30 seconds. What you want to say to them, Coach?
Come play for me if you want to chase dreams. Like, again, I'm all about both team goals and personal goals. So if you have, like, again, you want to play at the highest of high levels, pro, D1, whatever it is, or you just want to get the highest level you can get to, come with me because, like, I'm 100% invested in getting you to whatever your wildest dream is. Think a little bit beyond that, and we're going to fight for that. So,
and be ready to work. Coach finna take y'all down to the banks, get y'all clay dirt, and y'all gonna beat all the Mississippi schools. Hey, thank y'all for watching another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. We can't tell you how much we appreciate each and every one of y'all out there for helping us out, for joining us on this mission. It means a lot to us, and we can't do it without you. So this is that call. Make sure you throw the Bengal Tiger in the chat if you smash that subscribe button. If you didn't do it in the first, do it now. Do it now. It's never too late. We're here for it. We are here for all of it. We want all the smoke. We want all of y'all to be rocking with us. Don't forget to tap in with us at Sports Life Talk. We got all this content, amazing content on so many different social media platforms. We're working hard. And if you want to be on the show, now y'all my people, Louisiana, listen to me. If you want to come on this show, it ain't that hard. We got open auditions. All you got to do is go to our website, sltyougotnext.com. Click on the nominate tab. Tell us a little bit about who you are, why you feel like you got up next. We're going to give you an audition. We're going to give you an opportunity to be on this show. It is just that easy. For all of my podcast junkies, make sure y'all download this show and up to over, I keep saying up to, really over 650 episodes of You Got Next. You got 2 of them from Coach Beckman that you can listen to, but you can download these wherever you download your podcast, Spotify, Apple. Keep the laughs, keep the energy, keep the inspiration, rocking and rolling and moving and grooving. KT, man, let's go.
B. Jones, Eunice was in my top 6, but now, you know, the way I was treated in the championship rounds, I may have to go elsewhere.
You have had a very complicated recruiting process, sir, because every time you...
if I don't win, I'm leaving your program. All right, Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. Whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back.
Absolutely. Love you guys. I appreciate y'all having me again. Hopefully in a year or two, when I win a championship, I'll be back on.
You coming back, Coach, but Kevin, I need to hear you say it. You know what you need to say, Kevin? Come on. Chop from Louisiana.
You can definitely kill that noise. I am not doing that.
We call this that boot. Hey, Sports Like Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another, because together we are better. And keep dreaming big, all my people in Louisiana, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet!
I knew you had next, cause you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag cause you're always working. Like, in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom, you are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, just a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this.